The text came out of nowhere, like a final curtain drop after months of tension. Hey, I need 3 months, no contact, for my healing. I stared at the screen for a long time. The phrasing felt rehearsed, like something pulled straight out of a self-help blog. Healing? She had been the one who lied. She had been the one who strayed. Yet now she wanted space, as though I were the toxin she needed to cleanse from her life. I typed a dozen replies in anger before deleting them all. In the end, I kept it simple. Take it. No accusations. No begging. Just 2 words that sealed the door she had already been pushing shut. The next morning, instead of wallowing, I acted. I notarized the storage inventory, carefully logging every box, every item that belonged to her. I wanted no mistakes, no accusations later. Then I moved her boxes into a secure unit, paid for 3 months in advance. I even transferred the utilities back to her name. It was the cleanest break possible. By the time she got the automated notices, everything tied to her was already gone from my life. You see, the affair had already told me everything I needed to know. I had stumbled upon it weeks earlier, half-hidden text messages, sly smiles, and a man's name that kept appearing at odd hours. When I confronted her, she twisted it back on me. "You're paranoid." She had laughed, then cried, then accused. That's how it always went. Denial, guilt, blame. But the truth doesn't vanish just because someone covers it with louder lies. The truth lingers. And I had chosen, quietly, to believe what I saw instead of what she insisted. So when her message arrived, asking for no contact, it wasn't a request. It was a gift. The first week was strange. Silence has a weight, especially after years of constant chatter. I'd find myself reaching for my phone, half expecting her updates, her sighs, her scattered laughter. But instead, I sat with the quiet, letting it wash over me. It was heavy at first, then healing. 2 weeks into her no contact, when her friend slipped up and told me she was still with him, the man she'd sworn was just a friend. They weren't hiding anymore. They went out together, posted carefully curated photos. Healing? No, she wasn't healing. She was celebrating. She thought she had outsmarted me, that I would sit broken while she built a new life. But what she didn't realize was this. She had freed me. By the 3rd week, my routine was sharper. I went to the gym again, reconnected with my brother, even cooked dinner with my mother for the first time in years. Small things she used to roll her eyes at, became my anchors, and with every passing day, the image of her with him mattered less. Still, the universe has a way of circling back. About 2 months later, I got another message. This time it wasn't polished or distant. It was frantic. "Hey, can we talk? Please." I didn't mean for things to go this way. I didn't reply. But curiosity gnawed at me, and later I learned through mutual acquaintances that her new relationship had crumbled. He wasn't the savior she painted him to be. In fact, he had been seeing more than one woman. The same charm he used to lure her away from me, he used on others, too. She had gambled and lost. And when she looked back, expecting to find me waiting like a shadow, she found nothing but silence. The final sting came when she tried to retrieve her things. She called me, voice dripping with entitlement. "I need my stuff." "Where is it?" Calmly, I explained, "It's in storage. The key and code are at the notary office. You can pick them up any time." Silence stretched across the line, her breath hitching. "You already moved it?" "Yes, weeks ago." For once, she had no retort, no accusation, just the reality that I had dismantled every tether she thought still bound me to her. That night, I sat on the porch under the stars, breathing air that felt lighter than it had in months. And I realized something important. Closure isn't something you beg for. Closure is something you create when you choose yourself over someone who betrayed you. She wanted 3 months of no contact. She got it. And in that time, I found a version of myself that didn't need her or her approval or her apologies. By the time the 3 months were over, I wasn't counting down days to her return. I wasn't waiting for her text. I wasn't wondering if she missed me. I was already gone. And when she finally showed up at the storage unit, rummaging through her boxes alone. She wasn't looking at the man she left. She was looking at the man who had let her go, without bitterness, without regret, without ever looking back. Because in the end, it wasn't her healing that mattered. It was mine, and I had already begun.